From 23dB Production Studios in the Garden State, New Jersey, this is The Art of Music Tech with your hosts, Fela and Dennis.
Let's go, and welcome to the Art of Music Tech podcast. I'm with my co-host, Dennis. How are you?
Good. Hi, everybody.
How
you doing, Fela?
Doing great, and I'm Fela. Let's get right into it.
You just came back from tour.
Yeah, recovering. Got a little jet lag. Got a bunch of new invites from India, which is pretty cool, in the Dubai area. So shout out to them. Thank you for liking posts and sending all the love and wanting to know more about audio. I love it. It's great.
Yes.
So and we're kind of centering this entire podcast on that. How to get information, because they're the country that's hungry for information, and I love it. So
we live in an information age.
Exactly. I'm sending a lot of them. Everybody that personal messages me, I like to send you the podcast anyway. So you want to know more information? Hey, I'm already locked and loaded with a bunch of episodes we got so far, of great stuff that's inexpensive. Software that's free, that's really good. Check out our plug-in episode from a few episodes ago. Just spreading the knowledge on getting better audio and
how to get more tools and more knowledge how to use certain tools. That's what we do anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, we have to do it for ourselves sometimes.
Oh yeah, and we've been there. We don't have a bunch of equipment, but we have a nice collection of boutique stuff that we talk about all the time.
And before we get it, we do a deep research.
Listening to all the different interfaces and all that kind of stuff.
And talking to our friends and hearing their opinion.
Exactly. And on the internet, which kind of brings us into what we'll talk about in a few moments. But I guess I wanted to touch base on what we were doing over the past 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I just got back probably by the time you hear this about a week ago from tour. Right now it's just a couple days. But it was nice. It was a nice tour. I carried microphones as I described in the last episodes, what mics I was using. Horns, were different in every town. So, what microphones I used on those. But, it was, your standard fare of Sennheiser 421s.
58, 57.
Stayed away from the 57. It's a little too piercing on the horns. So I didn't use any of those. I actually had 4 extra microphones, the 935s we have, right, and the Lewitt 840 handheld microphone, the dynamic microphone that's really nice. It's good on horns as well. And I would use your Telefunken sometime.
Okay.
For a horn section, just as my extra 4
Did
in
Melissa
case I
go
didn't
on
like
tour?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So when Melissa, she wanted to use the Neumann, I think it's the KM104 or 5 microphone. So whenever they had that in house, because we don't own one of those.
Yeah. It's expensive too.
It's expensive, and it only sounds good on a certain percentage of people. It sounds great on her, but some people, even if they are decent singers, it shows a lot of flaws. That she sounded great. So whenever we could, I would use that, and then that would free up the Telefunken M80 that I would use on horns as well. So So yeah, every horn section sounded good, because I would at least have, some condensers usually on saxes, either 421s or pencil Neumanns on and that was great on sax and especially flute. When they really got up on the pencil condensers, they really cut through. So,
dope.
But yeah, but it was great. It was such a great band. They were supporting their latest album. They won the Grammy on this tour. The Christian McBride Big Band won the Grammy for Best Large Ensemble Jazz Album. Just a fantastic ride. I mean, we went through France, Croatia, Poland, Germany. Just seeing all of those places finally up close and personal. I always dreamed about it. This is part of the dream for me.
European food.
Yeah, taste European food. It's just been a fantastic ride. Great boards everywhere. I got a lot of those questions as well. What boards was I on? Midas Pro 8. You'll see pictures of that on the 23dB social media. It's pretty dope looking in Paris. It was like a Midas Pro 8. And in the Czech Republic, I was on a Neve 5088, which was crazy to be on at front of house.
To mix live.
Again, to mix live. Check it out on our social media. So warm sounding. Wow, quite the board for front of house. So, a lot of, Yamaha CL5s and QL5s as well. But in general, just every house sounded great. You could really handle every room, because most of it was theaters. So, and an amazing band. Yeah.
Places.
And, just to let you know, this the Bringing It CD that we were touting that won the Grammy this year. So that's the latest album that came out last year. Is killer.
You can probably get it on vinyl already.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I think.
Okay. We need to get one for ourselves.
I know, right? Yeah, it's a dope band. Everybody was great. It was good vibes whole time. Really a great opportunity. And what were you up to?
Oh, wow. I've been doing local gigs and I've been recording a lot. I've been recording guitar and practicing. And also I started teaching a guitar for beginner students, right?
All right.
Yeah, and I have 5-year-old students, I have 15-year-old students, and they learn how to play guitar. That's it's exciting. I learned myself. I learned a lot myself from just explaining basics to other people.
Yeah.
You kind of refresh what you know already, but you may forgot about it. Sometimes you have the information and skill set, but you haven't been using it for a while for some reason.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens when and then you realize, oh wow, yeah, I can come back just to basics. But most of the time, when you learn basics, the rest is just adding up, and that's that was a really interesting experience with guitar students.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I go on. The reason why we picked the topic of information and how to get to information and knowledge. We would go on YouTube or Google and watch all the videos. If you don't know something, you go on. I went on Avid page, YouTube page, and I watched their videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have some very informative stuff. Hours and hours of stuff.
And nice workshops on the products they make, and you get in-depth guidance and information,
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, and just working knowledge of how they're using it too. Not just, oh, this is it. You hear them put it through a band and you hear the differences, and that, that's really the cool thing.
Yeah, I love Avid stuff and Isotope.
Yeah.
They got their mastering plugin workshops, and it's pretty long. It's probably 2-3 hour workshop, and they got few different ones. And on top of the other people just doing reviews, and so you got tons of content and videos on, on all of it. And I mean, other places will like too.
Yeah.
Sound Girls and
Yeah. There's also Recording Lounge podcast, which we found out through Jeff Countryman, through Jeff and Tyler recording. They both work at Saturday Night Live and do a lot of recordings for
and we
other
know them
people
through
and
Ron Blake, who's a part of Christian's
the
Big
Christian-
Band.
Yeah, exactly. So comes right back around, and yeah, he mentioned that podcast, and it's great. It's another way to get information, real time, what they're working on. They give you examples. It's good stuff. So check out that podcast as well. It's ours.
Yes.
Yeah, Recording Lounge podcast. Also, they have great resources through soundgirls.org. And you don't just have to be a girl to be a part of it.
I'm part of it.
Yeah. Dennis is a part of it. Yeah, they have great tips on how to get yourself out there. It's a lot of, they have bloggers, who are giving their experiences in the industry. What happens, what you want to look for, how to look for jobs. Yeah, just great personal stories as well about what happens in the industry. And then also with the stories, we also like the Roadie Free podcast. Larry is the host over there. It's a great podcast. He's coming up on his 100th episode
Very soon.
Yes, with a local legend from the New York area, and Steve Remote is the 100th interviewee on there. So that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing his story, and yeah, that's just a great podcast. It gives you
longer form, but
Yeah, it gives
you
you
get
a longer
more
form.
information from that.
yeah, you get the personal side, and not just the technical side, because it's not all technical. It's
Life
building
experience
and building relationships.
and relationships.
Not yeah, it's not just networking, but yeah, building relationships, because this is a small world. Regardless, you run into the same people no matter where you're at and what we
Yeah,
do. So
You go to California every year.
yeah,
And you meet almost the same people.
yeah. But that first year we were like, wow, this is so
Uh-huh.
huge. But yeah, now you're stopping every 15 minutes because you're seeing somebody.
Yeah, non-Florida. And,
Yeah, it's a great thing, and that's why you want to get out there and see what other people are doing, find out each other's ideas, and how you could put a twist on it for yourself.
I mean, speaking of Sound Girls, they do meetups everywhere. They do New York, LA, and different cities
Yeah,
all over America or different countries.
yeah, in NAM.
NAM, AES.
AES, yeah, we met up in New York. So
The cool thing about AES, they moved to New York, so every year.
yeah, oh yes, that's good.
I
That's
can't wait
good.
to. Yeah, I can't wait to get a passes for this year.
Yeah. I think I'll be around this year. I had a gig last year, but
Because
Yeah.
I didn't go to a NAB, which was next door
yeah.
with all the video stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to check that out.
Yeah, not enough time to.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time I met everybody at AES, we probably spent. I spent 45 minutes with Jason Greenberg, then another 45 minutes with Randy Fuchs, and it was just
Yeah.
a lot of great, talking and conversations and
Yeah.
finding out what's next.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about that. You never stop learning. So I'm glad I am getting a lot of questions from people about what to do next, what equipment is good, and yeah. Again, all that we're mentioning, you'll find out a lot of great information. Another place I love going to is Dave Rat. He owns Rat Sound, which Rat Sound does Coachella's audio with all of those stages. He did No Doubt, Green Day, just Chili Peppers, just the most massive bands on the West Coast. Dave Rat is a part of. So is a part of their putting together their audio packages, and just a knowledgeable guy. I mean, down to the resistor. Like he goes deep on electronics.
I mean, the fact he builds his own equipment.
Yeah. He has some great stuff that can just help you. He has a cable sniffer to see if your cables are bad, or help you find if you're doing a large scale festival, help you find which line is which without having to go line checking through the board. It's great. You could just stuff that helps you.
And he knows from his own experience.
Yeah, of doing just massive bands and massive festivals. I mean, go get too much bigger
and we see
in this country than Coachella. So
which we saw recently with Sound Girls. We see a lot of Sound Girls work for Dave Rat.
Yes, he's a big supporter of it. But his YouTube audio blog page, wow, it's great. He just gives you nice, easy ways to
digest.
To break down mixing, how to set up your subs. I mean, he can get kind of technical, but it's just right. You're like, oh, okay, I still get what you're saying.
But if you don't get it, write it down and
Google it. And go deeper on it. Exactly. But his explanations are great, and I like he also had a particular one about how to make your recording, your 2-track recording, sound like what you're hearing live, and how to balance that. And that did help me out to have just really good sounding 2-track recordings, which is great because you can later, maybe sell, be able to sell that 2-track recording, to the artist, but it sounds good. You don't feel embarrassed because sometimes, you don't hear any bass if you don't level.
Kick drum and vocals.
Yeah, that's all. Exactly. But he really goes in depth on how to do that. And that was a game changer for me on just getting better recordings overall. So definitely check that out. And also, the Art of Music Tech used to be a video podcast.
Series.
Well, yeah, it's more of a video series, and we have episodes on Facebook and on YouTube. Check it out, and we have people like Leslie Ann Jones on there, who also does programs with Sennheiser. Well, she'll talk about what she uses. Leslie Ann Jones is head of audio at Skywalker Sound. So yeah, she does the biggest of the biggest stuff with orchestras,
movies, video games.
Yeah. Just a great orchestra, just legendary orchestra recorder. And she gives her tips and tricks in her story. on the Art of Music Tech video. Check it out on YouTube.
And we attended the workshop at Sennheiser
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah.
The day we made the video, we actually stayed
for the
workshop.
event. Yeah, workshop. So
Very informative. What was it, like 90-minute workshop?
yeah. And also Buford Jones, he was front of house engineer for the Purple Rain tour.
Rain. Then Pink Floyd, right?
Did the first live 5.1 record 5.1 live show at front of house. He had like 5 consoles. It was crazy. It's a picture somewhere of that. It looks like a spaceship. It was just surrounded by consoles. It was fantastic. So check him out. He has some stuff online. Buford Jones, heavyweight. He works a lot with Meyer Sound. He was a teacher through them for years.
So he does his own workshop.
Yeah. So now he's doing his own workshop. So check him out. And yeah, I think that brings us to an end. Hope you guys, let us know if you have any more questions. And we'll be putting more and more information out. Every episode we try and add more places for you to check out what we're talking about. So always check the summaries. You'll see that information there as well as what we just talked about. We'll have the links in the bio. Thank you for listening. And let's go.
Let's go, guys. The information is available on the internet right now. So don't hesitate and don't wait. Just start where you at.
Oh, yeah. And thank you for listening. Continue to download us. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Let your friends know. People that you know that are hungry to know more about the art of audio. Let's go. Check us out also at www.23dbproductions.com. You'll see examples of our recordings, what we're doing, and podcasts and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. Thank you for listening, and let's go.
Let's go.
For more information of booking 23db Productions, visit their website at 23dbproductions.com. Like and follow 23db Productions at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for the latest work.